Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do the carpet test on the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. We're going to see how well it picks up this ground coffee, confetti, and some long hairs in this carpet. Okay, time for the carpet test with the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. It can lift its mop pads 10 millimeters. Now as you can see on this kind of taller carpet, it will drag those on the carpet, but in the app you can tell it to vacuum before it mops, so the mop pads will not be wet. That's a really nice feature. Now I do have some kitty litters, some long hairs, and a bunch of coffee. Okay, now it's going to go back and forth in the nice straight lines. It did the perimeter of the room first. And it's going to do two passes. So the first pass will be left, right. Second pass, up, down. It's done a pretty good job of cleaning. There was a little bit of a curve. It missed a little spot there. And here's where the long hair is. It did leave some of the long hair on the carpet. Now I do recommend, there is an upgraded brush roller, the tri-cut brush. I think would work better for homes with long hair or pets. So it's doing a really good job with the dirt and debris. It is struggling with the long hair. I do have it on its maximum suction boost. Okay, so I am noticing a curve to the cleaning pattern, which, again, this is the first time vacuuming carpet. I'll keep an eye on this when I take it to my house. So far, I thought maybe I was expecting a little bit better with long hair, but that brush roller really does struggle with long hair. And that's why I do recommend you can put the upgraded tri-cut brush into it, but it's doing a pretty good job with dirt and debris. The side brush does spin on carpet. I'm not able to turn that off, but maybe with a future update to the app or something. And again, the Mova P10 Pro, check my website for upgrades. There's the tri-cut brush, which cuts the hairs. But I was expecting that 12,000 pascals, or no, 26,000 pascals of suction to maybe vacuum a little bit better. It's not super loud. And let's put it on quiet. Let's go to the app. Again, I got it on max. Let's go to quiet. Yeah, you can't hear this thing when it's on quiet. You just hear the motors. So again, my website will have all this information on it. I've got the spec sheet here I'm filling out. And it's going to have my ultimate score, but after 3 months, it'll have the dad approved final verdict. Very simple, easy. I'm going to fill in these circles you know, if it's 4 out of 5, it'll be very easy for you to see what the scoring system is. And then will it get the new Just a Dad approved sticker? You know, it may have my sticker on it, but this is a new one that's going to be approved. Will this be approved by me? Okay, we're coming up on the second pass with the long hair and stuff. And we'll do an auto empty and make sure it auto empties everything. Nope, it didn't get that hair right there. So increased suction power doesn't necessarily mean better able to vacuum long hair. That's I need to keep that testing in. Now I do think the increased suction is helping with dirt and debris. There was a bunch of kitty litter here, which is super hard. Yeah, I don't see the kitty litter. A little bit of coffee left, definitely some hair left. Yeah, it's getting pretty much all the coffee. There's a few grains here or there, but now it's not going to be able to get dirt that is deep down in carpet. You'll have to get a corded vacuum cleaner for deep cleaning. But for everyday cleaning, this is going to do a good job. And the obstacle avoidance sensor kind of reminds me of the Dreamy Gen 2. It has that's not a camera, but it might be a little bit better actually. I'll have to do some, it'll show itself at my house real quick how good that obstacle avoidance sensor is, because we just don't pick up a lot of stuff around the house. I mean, we do when companies come over and stuff, but there's most days where there's a lot of stuff on the floor. I do think that increased suction power, this carpet test is better other than the hair. You really do have to have a roller design system for hair. You just can't increase suction power and expect it to pick up hair. So this is good. I learned something today. Okay, it's all done. It's going to go back to the docking station. There's the cleaning pattern. Again, we did see some, you know, it wasn't perfectly straight lines. And I do think that has to do with these cheaper robots aren't able to chassis lift. So the wheels, that is not super thick carpet, but I think they can get kind of bogged down in it just a little bit. I don't see that type of, you know, cleaning pattern when robots have chassis lift that can kind of ride on top of the carpet a little bit more.
Start auto empty.
That's about standard, about 75 up close. All right, let's make sure it auto emptied everything. It did. Okay, good. That tells me this design's working good. That was a big mess to clean up now.
Wheels are not in contact with the ground. Please reposition the robot and start it again.
Not too bad, actually. There's a bunch right here, but this is how it's designed. You pop these off. That's where the hair is supposed to go. You know, in theory, you would like it not to have any hair up at all, but this is a cheaper, really expecting them to just include the tri-cut brush, but they're not. This sticker wants to come off. Huh. It covers up the clean. Oh, that's hilarious. So, I don't know. Clean chop brush. It's not a clean chop brush. I don't know. go. Very next video is coming, the L40 Gen 2. So this will be, I just did the P10 Pro Gen 2. It comes in a sideways box, but anxious for this one now. Again, I buy these with my own money. Check out my website, justadadapproved.com. Now, I have a bunch of robots coming from my house. Now, the Mobius 60, I'm getting ready to do the cleaning and my final verdict on it. Same with the Z60, I'm going to do the cleaning and the 3-month real world test on it. And I'll be giving you my final result on it. But I've got the Dreamy Matrix 10 at my house. The Aqua 10 is coming home. It's been at my house for almost 3 months. It's coming back to the studio for, I'm going to do the cleaning and give you my final test results on it. And I think it'll be pretty surprising. So that video is coming real soon. So be sure and check out my website. I've got some fun things planned for that. It's going to be changing in the future, but right now you can see where all the top robots that I pick. There's even a section for best upgrades for robot vacuum cleaners. And so I've got all kinds of information where you're going to see quick and easy. Sometimes you don't have time to watch the videos, but you can always go to my website, justadadapproved.com. There's going to be a link in the video right here in a box you can click on. It's going to take you there. Again, I do use affiliate links. I'm an affiliate with Amazon and Walmart. If you click on the link, the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission. So I buy and test these robots with my own money so you don't waste yours. That's my job. I don't want you to waste your money on a bad robot. If that's helpful, make sure you subscribe because prices and products change fast. So go to my website, justadadapproved.com. I have an email list, and when a product that I highly recommend goes on sale, I send an email out. I don't send out a bunch of emails, just when products that I love and I want to save you money. So again, thanks everybody for watching. So stick with me and I'll help you avoid wasting money.